Jean Piaget revolutionized our understanding of how children think and learn. His groundbreaking theory of cognitive development revealed that children's minds are not just smaller versions of adult minds, but instead follow a unique path of growth and discovery. Jean Piaget, a Swiss developmental psychologist, was one of the first to propose that children's cognitive development occurs in distinct stages. Central to his theory is the idea of schemas, mental frameworks that help us organize and interpret information. Schemas are like mental filing cabinets. For example, a toddler might develop a schema for dog based on their family pet. As they encounter new breeds, they'll either fit this information into their existing schema. This is called assimilation, or modify their schema to include a broader understanding of what a dog is. This process of assimilation and accommodation is crucial for learning. Piaget proposed that children progress through 4 distinct stages of cognitive development, each characterized by unique abilities and ways of understanding the world. The first stage, the sensorimotor stage, spans from birth to about 2 years old. During this time, infants explore the world through their senses and motor skills, looking, grasping, mouthing, and more. One of the key milestones of this stage is the development of object permanence, the understanding that objects continue to exist even when out of sight. For example, a baby learning that a toy hidden under a blanket still exists marks the beginning of this understanding. Stranger anxiety is another hallmark of this stage. Around 8 to 12 months, infants start to recognize familiar faces and may cry or cling to caregivers when encountering unfamiliar people. Next is the preoperational stage, from ages 2 to 7. During this time, children begin to use symbolic thinking, evident in activities like pretend play. For example, a child might imagine a stick is a sword or a cardboard box is a spaceship. Language development flourishes in this stage, enabling children to express their thoughts and ideas. However, their thinking remains egocentric, meaning they have difficulty seeing things from others' perspectives. For instance, a child watching TV might block someone else's view, assuming that because they can see the screen, so can everyone else. The concrete operational stage, spanning ages 7 to 11, marks the development of logical thinking about concrete events. Children in this stage master conservation, the idea that quantity remains the same despite changes in shape or arrangement. For example, they understand that water poured from a wide bowl into a tall glass still has the same volume, even though it appears different. Children also develop the ability to classify objects and perform basic mathematical operations, laying the groundwork for more complex reasoning. The final stage, formal operational, begins around age 12 and continues into adulthood. This stage is characterized by the ability to think abstractly and reason hypothetically. Adolescents and adults can now solve abstract problems, consider hypothetical scenarios, and engage in moral reasoning. They can think about concepts like justice, freedom, or ethics, which are not directly tied to concrete events. For example, a teen might grapple with the philosophical question, what does it mean to be fair? Or analyze the implications of a complex societal issue. Piaget's work transformed education and developmental psychology. His stages emphasize that children think differently from adults and that learning experiences should align with their cognitive abilities at each stage. For instance, in early childhood, hands-on, sensory-rich activities are ideal, while older children benefit from tasks requiring logical reasoning. Adolescents thrive when challenged with abstract and hypothetical problems. To recap, Piaget identified 4 stages of cognitive development: sensory motor, preoperational, concrete operational, and formal operational. Each stage reflects a unique way of thinking and interacting with the world, driven by the dynamic processes of assimilation and accommodation. From discovering object permanence as infants to grappling with abstract concepts as teens, Piaget's theory highlights the incredible journey of cognitive growth. Thank you for exploring Piaget's theory of cognitive development with us. For more insights and learning resources, visit kotc.me and join us at King of the Curve. Like, share, and subscribe to stay connected. And remember, every stage of development is a step toward unlocking the full potential of the human mind.